Okay, welcome back everybody for another episode of Ultimate General Civil War. Today we're going to be playing Brandy Station. Our army is going to invade the Union territories in search of supplies and food. You are in temporary command of the Confederate cavalry that will screen your advance to northeast and hide the movements of your main army. You have encamped to Brandy Station, and tomorrow you are going to continue forward. However, it seems that the Yankees have massed their cavalry during the night from the other side of the Rappahannock River to repel your forces. It is more than certain that they are going to advance to your position at Brandy Station. Our main army, that is encamped a few miles west, must remain untracked, so you have to stop the enemy at Brandy Station. And as I said before, we don't have the option to put any of our corps in. We're being given some pre-designated units, and they're fairly well equipped. The Whitworths are really good. The Sharps are fair. The 6-pounders aren't that great, but up close they're gonna be fine. So I just need to make sure they're really close in the fighting. Buford's cavalry has crossed Beverly's Ford with his brigade and is approaching our position. We have to get ready for a battle. We must halt their advance here at Brandy Station. We've lost contact with the Federal cavalry moving to the south, but you must keep an eye in this direction in case the Yankees attempt to encircle your men. Okay, so let's see here. I'm thinking, yeah, let's keep some units down here to deal with a potential river crossing. Let's dismount everyone. We've got these two infantry brigades. Oh, we've got another one over here. Awesome. Let's go ahead and put you over here. You can be here. You come over here. Let's bring these two down. Let's put a third artillery battery over here. And let's swing you over here. We'll put another artillery battery right here. And then you two can come south. Yeah, I'll have Cobbs here. Looks like some Union troops just entered the battlefield. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do here. Yeah, what if we put Butler over here and Munford? Do they just have random things? Yeah, like he's got saber proficiency. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Anyway. Maybe I'll just have Lee as like a flex force to send where needed. I'll put Robertson over here in the woods. I can always pull him out if I need to. Let's bring these men back a little bit. Yankee reinforcements sighted to the rear. That's fine. We're ready for them. Let's hold fire until they get closer. Make sure Cobb's ready to drive them off. Now let's open fire. Seems to me like they got a little spooked once we decided to open fire on them. In any case, we're kind of just waiting, so let's speed it up. Some skirmishers coming over here. Maybe I'll redirect Lee down here to help. Let's have them fire. Let's have Munford move up and start firing. Okay, great. Did a lot of damage there. These cannons aren't really doing that much damage, but hey, it's fine. They're just here doing their thing. Let's go ahead and move this one up a little bit more, just because he's got the canister, and I would love to be using more canister. I'm gonna have Lee come around. I'm gonna have Butler mount up as well. At least Butler's first brigade. And maybe his second as well. I'd love to come around and address these cannons over here. And Butler does have the saber proficiency after all, so maybe I'll send him into melee. Let's bring Lee close, and then open fire. Very good. Alright, things are going well. Looks like we've had a unit appear over here. Let's get this other... okay. I really want to destroy this this one infantry unit out here. I think Robertson is fine. I think he'll eventually be able to beat these other cavalry units. And I'm gonna have... oh, he's not ready yet. Okay. Well, I am gonna have you charge in. Yeah. Let's have Munford come down. Yeah, both of them should be able to break that. Should be able to shatter or capture this unit. Perfect. Let's bring them back. Okay, neither of you are... oh, some supplies? I was going to say neither of these units have saber proficiency, so... who else had that melee proficiency? Looks like Wickham does. And Hampton. Okay, so actually quite a number of units. And let's have Cobb's unit start coming over. We took their supplies. And let's bring Butler down here. Let's dismount Munford. And I just kind of want both of these units to sit here, recover some condition, and then help as needed. I imagine there's a Union attack that should be coming from the north, but I guess they're slow in coming. They haven't quite formed up yet. Not sure. That being said, I'm going to move these two artillery units up to the north, just assuming that we've defeated their attack here in the south. Let's have both of you come over here. You mount up. Okay. Mount up. And I will leave Cobb's Legion down here. But I'll leave them down here with these 3 artillery units. Everyone else will come up north and deal with what I assume is an impending Union attack. Butler, you come forward, see if you spot anything, and then if not, let's take those supplies. Enemy movement over here. Yeah, there's Buford. Looks like they've got some artillery in these woods. But I really just want the supplies for right now. Got them. Let's bring them back. And looks like the fighting here is done. So let's move Munford over here along with Robertson and Lee and just have them ready to come flanking. Let's speed up the time some. Okay, there we go. There is the enemy. And let's go ahead and move up these 2 Davis Legions. Hampton, you can come up as well. Munford's pretty fresh, so I'm gonna get him across. So this is Butler Brigade. This one needs to rest a little bit. Okay, good. We've sent them routing. I'm fairly satisfied with that at the moment. And are either of you... Oh yeah, you're melee focused. Both of you are, because you're from the same... same, officer, Davis. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move both of Butlers over here. Hampton will be over here. At least one of them will be. Have Wickham come across. Let's move up all of this artillery, as well as Jones. And let's give them something to worry about. Let's bring Davis across. Also, let's get into this forest cover while we're waiting. Yeah, move forward. You start coming across. Okay. We've got all of our cavalry over here. Let's have you running. Okay. Yep, we're opening up on all of these guys. And pretty soon these skirmishers are going to have to come out of the woods, and when they do, well, we have a lot of units waiting for them. Okay, we got a surrender here. We'll take that. Let's go ahead and move these guys, you know, like over here, just to make sure that we are defending our victory point. And let's go ahead and just start charging in here. Okay, we've got this cannon. Some howitzers, nice. And we got some skirmishers. Now we just need to keep the pressure on over here. Let's go ahead and mount up Wickham. Let's get these guys out. Let's get Butler out. Where's Stewart? Stewart, come help over here. Hampton, you mount up as well. And let's just come around with the cavalry the best that we can. And let's have you guys line up over here. Jones is still serving as a defensive force for our artillery that's advancing. And we have these supplies that we are trying to bring around. Okay, very good. That was a lot of damage. Let's get these guys reloaded. And then bring them back up. Let's put Hampton out front. Yeah, I want you guys for sure to go chase down the cavalry up here. You guys I kind of just want to line up in the woods for right now. You two come fight Davis and Devon. Both Hamptons advance and Butlers. Okay, Ames surrendered. And so did Kilpatrick. So now we can come up here, finish off this cavalry, which I think is all they have left. Oh, they have revolving carbines, very nice. I'm still unsure how I feel about these revolving carbines, if I like them or not. I'm leaning towards no. I don't like them, but who knows? I might change my mind. Okay, all these guys, they've used up their charges. So I'll just kind of hold them in reserve. But we have a nice kill zone going here. Alright. I was gonna say, wow, we only lost 63 men. That's not entirely true. We lost about 500 cavalry as well, but inflicted a lot of damage, and captured a number of weapons, most of which are kind of useless. Like the Cookin brother isn't that great at this point. Same with the M1842. But hey, there's also some interesting things like the Burnside, of course, these carbines. And now let's put a point into logistics because the next battle will be Gettysburg, and I'll get 43 reputation from that. So I need to spend this reputation that we've got here, and if I were just to go for the money, that would be perfect, because then I would be 43 reputation down from 100, aka what, 57? I'd be at 57. Yes, I'd be at 57 reputation. But I kind of don't like spending reputation on just pure money. 3,500 Richmonds. How much would that cost me? Yeah, 161,000. But the problem is, I can only get down. I would have 4 reputation, right? That would be that I would go over, because this is 36 and I need 40. I need to spend 40 reputation to get down to 57, which leaves me at an ideal reputation level going into Gettysburg, but 36 won't get me there. But I just kind of like I just feel like it's more money efficient in a way, right? Because this can't even buy me all of these Richmonds. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy the Richmonds, buy Pettigrew, and I will bump up against 100 reputation, but it's fine. The Richmonds were worth more, right? Because I was getting like $160,000 value from them, plus I got a kernel out of it. So it's fine that I'm not min-maxing my reputation. In any case, we're going to go ahead and work on getting our units refitted. I'm going to make sure that I can bring 3 cores. I can. So let's go ahead and do that. Get these guys maxed out. I'm going to put about 800 men in here. Let's look at what I can give them. I still don't have enough telescopic rifles. I could give them repeaters. That could be interesting. And they already have Whitworth, so yeah, I think they pretty much have the best thing that they can be using. because I don't really want to turn them into a like a repeating rifle skirmisher unit. I'm pretty happy how they are. I think our really good shock units we're going to give the Richmonds. So like Trimble, we'll give him some of these Richmonds that we just bought. And let's get some more artillery in here. Get him back up to 2400. Swallow, we'll give the saber proficiency. And I'll put him at 650 men.
Yes, sir.
Because that is about as many as I can put in before he will lose his second veterancy that we just gained. Let's do 25 of these howitzers. Bring Trimble back up to 2,500 men. And let's see if our recruits are... Yeah, it looks like our recruits have either hit their max level. Let's see. No, their max should be 30 right now. So it looks like they can still be improved a little bit. But that was just something I was curious about. Adams. I can put as many men in here as I want. So let's do like 850. I think sounds good right now. And we'll give you the fire direction drills. Bump you up to 24 guns. Hunt. Musketry proficiency. And bump them up to 2,600 men. We're going to use veterans because rookies will bring him down to back down to 1 veterancy. And something else I've been thinking about is, do I want my cavalry, my like ranged cavalry, to be using these 1861s? I mean, these are really good to just come up and like blast somebody. But then they take a while to reload. I mean, it's like the same as a infantry weapon. I'm just wondering, would I rather them be using like a carbine? Or is this fine? It's probably fine. I'll just leave it alone. Let's see, stone. Looks like I can get you up to about 1,500 men before veterancy starts falling off, or efficiency. About the same here. And then Wilcox. We can get to about 2,000 men. These artillery units can go up to 12, it looks like.
Sir, yes, sir!
How many veterans do I have? I have a number. So let's go ahead and bring you up to 2,500. I believe that's where you were at before. Magleton was also 2,500. Magleton got so many kills. Sorry, what were you at? 25? Yes. Bring him back up to 2,500. McGinnis. Jeez, 2,500. Yeah, these units did insanely well. Forest, I think, did not do super insanely well. And I think part of that is just these, just me misusing him here. I don't know. But he was at what? 750. Bring him up to 800. And I'll probably give him, these infields are tempting, or the Burnsides, or the Cooking Brothers, or the sawed-off shotguns. Um, yeah, let's go ahead and give him these infields for right now. And my reasoning behind that being, I think with the revolving carbines, they're kind of micro intensive because you want to get in there, get your 5 shots in, and then run them out. And I kind of don't have the time to be microing Forrest like that in a big battle. I kind of just want him to get in, take his shot, run out. I can't afford to babysit him. We'll bring Lomax up to 2,500 men. And, oh, Denison. Okay. Denison was at 2,300, so let's see. Maybe I'll put him at 24. And I gave him these M1863s. That's kind of fun. Trebu was at 24. We'll give you the veterans. You earned it. And I've got plenty at the moment. Bear was at what, 700? 750. Maybe I bring him up to 800 here. Peckham. We'll put 28 guns in here. Stockton. Stockton I really want. Yeah, that'll be good. Haskell. Haskell lost quite a few men at Chancellorsville. But I want to give him the Harper's Ferry. And I'm just going to put you at 2,500 men. I think that's more than what you had before, right? Yeah. Gibson didn't take any losses, but I'll still bump him up. And Peabody, I'll do 2,300 as well. Alabak was at 600. I'll bring him up to 650. Looks like he's still got that penalty, but it's getting better. And I could buy enough Remingtons for him. Or Lamats. But I'm going to hold off on that for right now. I want to see about my other cavalry brigades and what they're equipped with. Let's put a single rookie in here. Let's put you at 2,300 men. Leonard. Yeah, Leonard got pretty beat up too. So let's make most of these guys rookies. But then we'll add in about 200 veterans. Looking good. Trig. We'll put it 24 guns. Pratt. We'll bring up to 800 men. I think that's more than what he had before, right? Yes. Bernie, we can put about 1,700 soldiers in here. Rosser, about the same, 1,700. Sems did really well. Let's put him at 2,200 men. Yeah, he's got those MJ&G. Okay, if anything, he should have the MJ&G and Leonard should have the Harper's Ferry. So maybe I'll make that switch real quick. I'll give Haskell the Harper's Ferry as well. Although, no, I don't have enough Richmond, but yeah, let's give him Harper's Ferry, but then hold off on the Richmond for right now. Okay, let's take a look at these guys. I'll add one gun to both of them. Last, let's take a look at Longstreet here. Graham, I think, yeah, didn't take any damage. Hayes took minimal damage in that last fight at Salem. Wright took some damage, get him back up to full strength. Butler with the saber proficiency. And he was at, oh, okay. So he didn't take too many losses at all. I'll bump him up to 650. Put another gun in here. Rhodes did fairly well. So put him at 2,600. Anderson, I'll give a bump as well. Tolliver took a fair amount of damage there. Logan, I think, wasn't involved. And this has me wondering if I should give him the Burnsides. Or the revolving carbines. Just kidding, I want to do that. Yeah, let's give him these Burnsides. So that he can get more shots off and hopefully get more experience, get more firearm. That's my logic. We'll put 2 guns here. These guys are all fine. Put a couple of cannons in here. Bloom, I don't really want to mess with. These are all good. Morris I'll put at 650. That's reasonable, right? What was he at for Salem? Yeah. So that's a good little increase for him. With that being said, let's go ahead and put some more guns in here. And then I'm not going to mess with these guys. Looks like we can go to 16 here. And here we can get up to also 16. Looks like I'm running out of the 3-inch ordnance, so I should probably buy some more of those. Speaking of buying things, I want to see if Morris should take the Remingtons or Alabak. 4351. I think Alabak. Yeah. Or I could just straight up give him no, I can't give him Lamats. I don't have enough. But I do have enough Remingtons. Cool. And Forrest has the 1861. And let's also give you these burn sides so that you can reload faster. I like the idea of the cavalry just being able to come in and, you know, shoot quickly, with Forrest being the exception who comes in and just unloads with these really powerful rifles. Okay, yes, let's go through the armory. Yeah, buy all the Henry repeaters and all these Whitworths and the Tyler Texas, of course. And I'll come back for the other infantry rifles, but for right now I'll just do this. I don't think I need to buy any of these. I will buy the Tarpleys. I'll buy the revolving carbine, just because. Well, this is kind of interesting that this reloads a little faster, 115. And what's the... It's funny because the Whitworth doesn't show up here, but I am curious. Okay, so the Whitworth has a fire rate of 100. I want to compare this to that DN and C. So let's see, this has a max 48%, long 53, and then it's 5.16 to 8.11. Okay, so the Whitworth is definitely better at range compared to this. Let's look at cavalry weapons. Let's buy all the Lamats. Let's buy all the Maynards. Buy all these Remingtons. Everything else we can let go. And then buy those howitzers. I'm slowly stocking up on these 20-pounders. Okay. I do want to give some brigade the Texas, the Tyler Texas. It's kind of a lower end weapon. So maybe I'll give it to... I mean, I think it's supposed to be marginally better than the M1861. It's not quite as good at max range, but it is better at long and... yeah, long and medium and short.
Yes, sir.
So, since it's kind of a funny gun, do I have any smaller brigades? No, I don't. I'm going to give it to Stone. Or maybe if there's another relatively low level. Maybe Schweitzer? Ooh, or Gibson. Yeah, I'll give it to Gibson, just for the heck of it. So that's kind of fun. And then... think I can. I think I almost have enough Harper's Ferry to where I can start phasing out the MJ&G. Let's see, if I buy all this, that'll be 220,000. Let's just buy it, and let's see how many MJ&Gs we can replace. 3132, he can stay with the MJ&G. 3236, he's a good candidate. You definitely should have something better than the musket, as should you. I don't think either of you qualify for something better, but definitely you can have the Harper's Ferry. I mean, I could afford to give everyone the Harper's Ferry, but I just don't want to. I give you Lorenz. How many Lorenz do I have? How much is it going to cost? It's going to cost a pretty penny. I'm also going to get a lot of money out of Gettysburg, so let's go ahead and buy all the Lorenz because they are better rifles than the 1853. Okay, let's do that. And let's give them to Bernie here, as well as Paxton. Yeah, I think that's looking good. How does the M1861 compare to the Richmond? 5.5 to 6? Okay, so this just is the better firing rifle, whereas the Richmond is definitely more of your melee weapon. And now I'm just comparing these two, and the 1853 is probably it's a little bit better at range, but the damage is roughly equal, with the lower range on the 1853 being worse. But the melee is definitely worse on the 1853, so yeah, I kind of don't want to give these out to my shock brigades when the Richmond is generally better.
Yes, sir.
How much would this cost? I'm not going to do it, but I'm just curious how much it costs. Quite a bit. But yeah, okay, with that, I think we're done. All of our cores are refit and ready to fight. So next time we'll play Gettysburg. Let's see how many Union troops we're going up against. 23,000. It's certainly going to be bigger than this. This is a multi-day battle, so we're not able to see all of the troops that they're going to bring in over the course of the battle. But what we can see is their weaponry. So they've got Burnsides, some Sharps, Spencers, Smith. This is a pretty poor carbine, but 1861's pretty standard. Some howitzers. Yeah, looks like a lot of 1861s. I was hoping to capture. Yes, here we go. Some 1863s. All right, well, this will be a fun battle. we'll do that next time. In any case, thanks as always for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. That would all be really great for me. And we'll see you in the next video.